He's moving quickly today. It is so funny when he sees the camera, he just immediately snuggles right in the spot. Yeah. So, welcome, welcome. I'm going to wait just a moment until everybody pops on. I realize there's a delay between when I pop in and when everyone else pops on. So, we are going to be here together. Start you up. It is 45 minutes, 20 minutes on the standing, 20 minutes on the floor, about. This is all a fluid creative time, and then we'll do a little breathing sequence, or we might do the breathing sequence in the middle. One never knows. This is always from the universe. It's my gift to you, and we're going to re-energize our bodies. We are going to reinvigorate our minds, and we are going to reconnect with our soul. Welcome, welcome. I want you to take a moment and just come into your body. Just, sometimes I actually even say, Jina, come back here. I'm doing all this stuff, whatever. It's just coming back, feeling into kind of my foundation with my feet. And just take a moment to be in your body. It really feels good. And it helps kind of to breathe through it and let go of the exterior chatter and chaos. Did you want to stay and work out this morning? Go ahead, go. He's usually incredibly well behaved, but he does have his own personality. Just like we all do. As children, we were supposed to be incredibly well behaved. I came from that era. And I just find it fascinating, the stories and the expectations and things that we got drilled into us as children, right? My children are incredibly well behaved. Well, the reality is we're all humans, and we're all wired with all kinds of things, and we have these things called emotions and nervous systems, and a lot of why we're here within this space, this community for you, is for us to learn how to listen to our bodies, how to regulate our nervous system, how to learn how to breathe, like consciously breathe using full capacity of our lungs. And it's a global community for everyone to feel loved and needed and wanted and to have a safe space. And that's why we're here. Happy spring. I just want to start by taking a deep breath. What's your intention? My intention is to share all of my wonderful wisdom and time with you, and to get my body nice and lengthened out. This is my beautiful Sunday morning. This is our first Sunday in spring in this hemisphere. For you down under, I know that you're popping into your fall and your autumn. So it's a nice way to look at balance in the universe, and how it's all fluid. We talked about fluidity last week. That was our word, was fluidity. And I've taken some pieces from that, and I'm actually putting together about a 10-minute talk on that from a functional form fitness exercise part of my work and my world. So, come on, let's just take a nice deep breath. Here, where I am in the Pacific Northwest, all of our flowering trees are coming out, and they just, the last 2 days, just blossomed magically. And it's absolutely gorgeous colors and all sorts of things. But there's this thing about it too, is that there's all of this pollen jumping around, all this yellow stuff. So it's been kind of interesting to see how people, let's go. Can you do the whole range of motion? Sometimes, some people can't. If you can't, bend them out, it's fine. But I noticed in watching, in class teaching, I teach all kinds of things, but in movement, how many people can't get a lot of motion and have some inhibitors with their shoulders, and a lot of that is because of your neck. So take a deep breath up and thank yourself for giving this gift to yourself. We're going to easily release that neck, where most of us hold so much tension in this world. And that causes challenges, obviously, with your shoulder rotation, range of motion. drop it back. So Monday here we had the most beautiful day. It wasn't anticipated. It was warm and sunny. So we chose to go to our favorite little spot and sit on the deck overlooking the lake and have a light dinner. And it was just magic. Kind of felt like it was almost summer. Oh, very, very gentle. I know, I sound sometimes like Snap, Crackle, Pop. Okay, now what I want you to do is, in order to drop our shoulders down, I want you to take a deep breath, and then I just want you to drop your shoulder blades. So go to the back, feel the back, drop the shoulder blades down, and then crunch them together. So you drop them down and you squeeze them together. That is the best way for your body to actually release those shoulders and the tension that goes up into the ears. So remember, drop them and squeeze them. Take them back up, clasp behind your head. And we're going to just exhale, and we're going to drop our neck, and we're going to bring our elbows towards one another. And breathe, open up that upper back, through the neck, let the gravity take it. And at the same time, I want you to start feeling into your feet. I want you to contract your abs, feel that core. You might even dig your heels into the floor to activate the muscles in your legs. Open it up. I'm going to turn the heat down. It was very chilly this morning. And it was like 32 degrees here. And it was very chilly. So I warmed the studio up, and now might be a little too warm. Okay, go ahead. And then we're going to take the left arm, tuck it behind, right arm comes up. Fingertips easy, light. And you want to drop forward into the right. Remember, you're thinking about feeling into your balance. It's an interesting thing about our balance is it always is adjusting. And as we know, we're all energy, we're all connected, and we're always changing. So you never get the same stretch or the same workout. Your body's never symmetrical, it's always compensating. Now this should open up nicely all the way down from here through the upper neck and underneath into that shoulder blade. See that whole piece right in here. You want to just allow that. You might want to adjust your head a little bit to get the major impact for that release. Feeling good. We're going to just go ahead and switch that up, drop that down. So how was your week? We were talking about fluidity and flow. And the more that we can, and of course, I think the week before we were planning, we were doing a plan our week. And the more that we can really have intentionality around fluidity and flow, that helps us move in a nice way in the world, and our nervous system stays in a more even keel. And it helps with that exterior chaos and chatter. And go ahead, and I want some rotations right here. Kind of release through what we just stretched. Well, my heart and prayers go out to Hawaii and all of the flooding. Oh my gosh, we've just had so much bizarre weather activity occurring throughout the globe. I know numbers of people that had their ski trips planned and there was no snow. I get it. Right here, take a deep breath. Exhale, push through. And elongate, open up. Oh, so pull that belly button back. And then you could be here. See the difference? Yeah. Open up from underneath the scapula, underneath that shoulder blade. I know spring break is happening in our little town here, actually in the entire state. And so there's this flurry of activity of people going to other locations. And I'm just sitting there looking at the sunshine outside going, looks pretty nice here to me. But I did get that sun break in San Diego, so I can't complain. I already had a beautiful blessing seeing dear, dear friends and feet in the sand and sun on my shoulders. Palm trees in my view was so much fun. Okay, push it out. Deep breath. We're going to clasp our hands behind. We're going to slide them right down. And of course, we're going to drop our shoulder blades and squeeze them together. And feeling to our feet. Go ahead and actually feel into them. How is the balance? What are they feeling like? Kind of, yeah. That way you can even feel a little bit of your calves. Might be tight from some exercise you've been doing. Or some strength work. Just sometimes walking. When I do a lot of walking, depending on the amount of elevation that I tackle. No, I'm not a mountain climber. That is not anywhere in my repertoire. But I do love a beautiful walk, particularly in either along the river is probably my favorite. The mountains, the lakes, that's all pretty. Beach walk, love a good beach walk. Yes, yes. So nice. And you're breathing into this, right? Remember your shoulders are dropped. You've opened your chest. You're being taller, right? Your spine is lengthening. Kind of feel that oxygen between the vertebrae. Oh. The world is a better place when you breathe consciously. I mean, think how fascinating that we breathe subconsciously and air is free. It's kind of something that I don't ponder a lot. We're going to go to the reverse prayer. So what you want to do is just put it together, stretch up, and once again, drop the shoulder blades and squeeze them together. Our word for this week is mindfulness. Mindfulness. I'm asking you to think, of course, intention, planning, fluidity. I know it all comes together, but mindfulness in how you choose to walk about the planet this week. The choices you make, the interactions you have, just being mindful of your intention, being mindful of meeting other people where they're at, being mindful of meeting yourself where you're at. That's huge. Some days your energy is going to be different than others. That's just how we come. That's how we are. We're energy, and it's always moving. And so some days our energy feels vibrant. Some days it's, swirling around someplace else. But being mindful, just mindful even about how maybe you're driving your car, mindful of how you close the door. Do you leave your house feeling light and thankful for your house, when you close the door, or do you slam it shut? I don't know. But being mindful can make it much easier to have a fluid week. So, mindfulness. And there's a million ways you can become more mindful. We're going to do our favorite up and down. Shake it out. Actually, this is nobody's favorite. But, so up and down. Breathe into it. It is so important that we maintain and work for our range of motion, because once we don't have that ability to operate and function, so much of stretching is about functionality and just moving our humans from day-to-day activities. I broke my ribs, I guess it's been 4 years ago now. And I still find that I'm hesitant on some stairs. And it's interesting. It's been that long ago, and I'm still hesitant with it. So functionality is hugely important. You know, when you can't reach your hands overhead to do your hair, get a cup out of the cupboard, put your shirts on, drop it and breathe. It's funny how we take so much of that for granted when we're just feeling amazing and energetic, and then when something kind of comes at us, if you will. I don't know if you listened to my little short on Friday, but your emotions are not your enemies. They're your messengers. And when we don't listen to them, then our body takes that emotion and it creates some sort of action plan, shall we call it, to get your attention. So then your body becomes your messenger. And then sometimes that becomes pain becomes your messenger. So look at the emotions, and there's shorts, and there will be more about how to regulate your emotions and how to let go of anxiety in 90 seconds, and a number of tools that I have shared and will continue to share. Shake it out, one up, one down, switch sides. But remember, your emotions aren't your enemies. They are your messengers. And when you don't listen to your emotions, then your body becomes your messenger. And oftentimes Western medicine can't fix it. I've always said a blend of East and West, well, a blend of everything, and balance is, all of the modalities together make it really delightful for our humans to move and to be healthy and to be able to function and thrive. I highly, highly recommend looking how to find those things that make you feel like you're thriving and not just surviving. And some days, surviving is all you can do, and that's good too. Push through your feet. I want you to feel your feet. Go ahead and shake those out. I know you're done with that stuff. Okay, we're going to do a real fun one. Give yourselves a big hug, and it's not a hug here. I want you to take your fingertips back as far as you can. Then you get to just drop your head. And close your eyes, because then you all of a sudden have to look at your balance, which is great. I don't mean look at your balance. Since your eyes would be closed, you would be feeling your balance. Deep breath. Open it. Switch one on the one that was on the top, put it on the bottom. Don't think about it. Don't overthink about it. It'll work naturally. Drop your neck. Drop, drop, drop. Tell yourself how wonderful you are. Give yourself a big hug. Say, I'm wonderful. Fill in your name. I'm wonderful, Jina. Open it. Woo! Right here. Just a little bit through your hands. And then we're going to go ahead and open the inside of our arm. So I want the energy coming out the heel of your palm and stretch it through. We spend more time with our hands this way rather than this way. And obviously you want to get more oxygen flowing through your arms and your fingertips. And the balance, yeah? This is the balance. So do drop a note where you're from in the comments. Tell me how your fluid week was. Any other observations, things you want to share with our community. Switch sides. I hope you've been popping on. We've got Intentional Tuesday, Friday. I don't know what Friday. What's that? Inspiration, thoughts. But anyway, I pop on Tuesdays and Fridays. in a short. You never know what it might be. Tuesday was St. Patrick's Day. There might have been a little leprechaun called Jina. Shake it out. And I just want you to take it and squeeze your shoulder blades back together. And just work a little bit right in that range. Anybody out doing gardening? I'm sure you're feeling this if you have been. And then also the up and down. But when you do this one, you want to take the same amount of energy to push up as to pull down. Okay, you want it working both sides of the muscles. So you want to make sure that activity is activated going both directions. You also want to press your heels and your feet into the floor, activating that lower body, and feel that core engaged, strengthening and lengthening, and your spine is just opening up at the same time. Okay, we're going to take ourselves gently down to the floor, and we're going to go right into cat-cow. So you want to make sure your feet, toes are down. You want to open up your hands right here, and we're going to go ahead and arch through. So you're going to breathe through, okay? We're going to bring our belly button to our spine, drop our head. Look through our legs if we can. Big breath, and then arch, looking up, arching your back. And you also want to drop your shoulder blades. Inhale, arch through, bring the belly button to the spine, drop your head. Excellent for your large and small intestine, digestive system, and your posture. Let's go ahead and go one more up. Highly encourage you to do this every day in your stretching. One of the, well, there are so many super stretches. We could stretch, 3 hours every day. We're going to do this up tempo with some breathing. So just follow along. It's going to be perfect. Go ahead. Now we're going to open up our knees just a little bit. You want to push back to the comfort space. For you, we're going to do the child's pose. I always like to get my lower body to where it's nestled. Then you can put your head on your hands if that's more comfortable. You can stretch them all out and just breathe into it. You should feel this, through your hips, your low back, your spine, your chest, and your shoulders. So pretty much everything, but you want it as relaxed as possible. You still with me, everybody? Okay, I want you to go ahead onto your stomachs, feet flat, and just come to a space. Think of your spine being nice and long, and this may be as far as you can go. That's fine, but we're going to go ahead and we're going to arch up. What we're going to do is we're releasing the curvature of our spine. We spend most of our times folded forward, and that's not what we're looking for. We want to make sure that we're able to keep the spine lengthened and open. And even if you're just here, wherever you are, you're doing the good work to release from being a forward-folding society that we are. And bring it down. Take that breath. Go ahead and bring it up. You want to think, you don't want to think about this, but you want to think about up. Yeah, excellent. Is everyone breathing? Perfect. Go ahead, relax. We're going to roll on over to that back. And I want you to feel your spine lengthened onto the ground. And release that lower back. Feel your hips open up. Let the shoulder blades pull apart. I know that's a lot of pieces, but you want to just get that nice fluid comfort. We're going to work on our lower body, so what we want to do is keep relaxed in our upper torso. And we're going to just start nice and easy. You want to dig your heels in for a moment and then feel that low back. Kind of feel everything just fluid into the floor. Beautiful. Go ahead, we're going to just take the right foot up. We're going to open up that right side. Woo, I taught a wild leg set yesterday. I'm feeling it. All good. And remember, where our attention goes, the energy flows. So you want to think about what we're stretching and have that energy thought right into there. And you can adjust it. Remember, our upper torso is staying relaxed. Nice deep breath. Let's go ahead. Dig in that right heel, and then set that foot down and switch. Opening up the left hip, so that's where our focus is going. Just breathing into that moment. Feeling that left hip just open up and release. And then I want you to put both feet, we're going to do our windshield wipers. We're going to do them you can do them laying down, you can do them sitting up. And now I'm feeling my quads. Yeah, I taught a good workout yesterday. The girl's feeling it. Oh, just stretch through. Oh, yes. Highly recommend the windshield wipers daily. And you're going to work through your spine, your lats, all the way around. You'll feel your quads. You could do this in bed before you get up in the morning. Great way to start. Doing a couple stretches. And then you get out of bed and you drink that large glass of water before you hit the coffee to get that system activated, and then take the time to relax and do whatever you enjoy with your beverage in the morning, or however you unfold your beautiful day. But you could do 10 minutes of stretches before you get out of bed, even 5 minutes, and then drink that glass of water. Have your system just feeling, you will feel more energetic, and you will feel more, here comes the word again, fluid, right? Flexible. Your body will just feel better, and it will thank you for that. So, highly encourage that. Or look at the playlist. There's the ABCs with your feet. to do in bed in the morning. So any one of those is great to get your system going and to, like I said, get your actual human body. You know, it's been stagnant and it's been in a state of its own unconscious whatever it's doing, right? And then all of a sudden you're expecting so much out of it, literally on a dime. So taking the time to get that oxygen, doing a little exercise, and then drinking that glass of water to activate your system, and you're like so many steps ahead to feeling amazing. And then do that wonderful thing that you love, whatever your morning ritual is. I think that morning rituals are just wonderful, and everyone should have their own that feels good for them. We're right here, so why not put our soles of our feet together? Think of that spine being nice and long. And we're going to bring our arms up, shoulder width apart, and just breathe. Feel the oxygen along your spine. How you doing? I'm sitting here thinking glorious thoughts, and the sun is shining, and the trees are budding, and kind of quiet though. The birds weren't singing a lot, and the squirrels, I think, were still sleeping. Of course, 32 degrees is a bit chilly still in the morning for me. Okay, we're going to go ahead. We're going to straighten our left leg. We're going to bring our right knee to our chest. Point the toes. Nestle that low back down. Open up that chest. And just breathe into it. This is another good thing you can do in the morning. Bring your knees, alternate bringing your knees to your chest, and then do the windshield wipers. That combo is really a nice way to open up your hips. And get some nice spine rotation too. We're going to take our knee across our body. We're going to put the right hand out. We're going to look to the right. And yes, that goes from your booty all the way up around your spine into your shoulder blade. Neutral. Now I want you to extend that leg. You're going to feel your hamstring, calf, and Achilles. And once again, try to keep your upper torso nice and relaxed. You don't want to do that. There you go. Just bring it comfortably so that you're feeling that nice stretch. So you're now going to take a deep breath. You're going to exhale, and you're going to take the right leg out. The left arm is going to the floor, and you're going to make sure that that left hip is anchored down. You don't want to rotate towards your leg. You want to stay flat on the floor. And now you've got the hamstring and the inner thigh, the abductor, on the right leg, stretching out while you're maintaining your left hip down and a lengthened spine. Hence the reason our left arm is out. That helps balance that leg. Although the leg is a much larger lever. See? It just dropped. Oftentimes what I find is that our muscles will stay, they'll just grab, and it's, You stay in your stretch and you breathe, and all of a sudden it just kind of goes, well, I think it sighs, like goes, whoa, and opens up. Bring it to your chest, give it a nice little hug, releasing that upper back again. And let's switch sides. Go ahead and bring the left in, give it a nice big hug, lengthen that right leg, lengthen that spine. Go ahead, we're going to put the left arm out, we're going to take the right knee across the body, and you're going to look to the left. Feeling it from the booty, rotation around the spine, up into the shoulder blade. Coming neutral. Go ahead, extend that leg up. We're going to feel a hamstring. Yeehaw! You know, my hand, I stretch and stretch, and I need to stretch and stretch some more. My hamstrings are frequently very tight. Once again, you don't want to hold up here. You want to relax into it. Think of putting those shoulder blades on the floor. Feeling the back of that leg. Okay, think about activating that right hip, anchoring it. Right arm out, legs going to the left. So in addition to that hamstring, calf, and Achilles, we've got our inner thigh. And remember, we're staying flat. We don't want to rotate towards that leg. Yes, indeed. Let's bring both knees to our chest. I give it a little roll for that lower back. Oh, yes. That's so good. Just kind of releases. And come on up. Come in, see me. How are you? We're going to sit with a nice little diamond and lift tall. Now I want you to leave your back flat, and you're just going to come forward. You're going to open up both of your hips and your low back. And you're going to look up. So I looking forward to you having a mindful week filled with intentional fluidity. We're going to have an entire dictionary, an entire playbook out with our words. I've actually thought about putting, I have a million things going on in my mind, including doing some of these, not so much the lives, but I will be doing some of our stretches to music. And I'm putting together a dance party series, which is something totally, dance, I have a dance background, and music and movement have always been my thing, so that's another part that I'm going to be adding in. A lot of this is coming out of planning a retreat that I'm planning to host in Fiji a year from now. So a lot of my creativity from that is coming in, and I'm bringing that into this channel and to each and every one of you. So a lot of different types of things happening here. A little bit of something for everyone to fill you up, fill your cup, and just sit comfy, however that might be for you. We're going to do we're going to do a little different breathing thing today. We're going to go ahead and we're going to breathe, up, lengthen our spine. through the nose. Now you're going to exhale. Feel it in your shoulder blades, okay? Inhale up. Lengthen your spine. Now through your mouth. Inhale up. You're going to rotate to the right. You're going to look over your right shoulder. Activating the vagus nerve. Rest and relax. Fluidity flow. That breathing sequence is really good to do if you're seated and you're feeling kind of like way too up in here. You can just do that at your desk or wherever you might be. Take a deep breath up and release through your neck. Soften. Relax. Thank yourself for being here. Always a pleasure to have you join me whenever you do. Ooh, I got a crunchy still. Take a deep breath. Feel that great energy. I want to thank you and to have you thank yourself for being here. 10 minutes a day, minimum stretching. Check out the playlist. 10 minutes of legs up the wall. Incredibly healthy for so many parts of your body. Doesn't require any movement. It's also a great time to do your conscious breathing. You kind of get a 2-for-1 in that, which is just your just try it once. Believe me, try the legs up the wall for 10 minutes and do any kind of a breathing sequence or just consciously breathe. Then let me know how amazing that was for you. Only 10 minutes. Conscious breathing. Remember, this is going to be a mindfulness week. And it's great. We're in the spring here. I know it's the autumnal experience down under, but spring is creativity and opening and new ideas and, you know, the planting of seeds. I have friends that have these amazing gardens and they're already talking about what they plant when and how that all happens. And it all fascinates me because I know nothing about gardening. And so find that we are putting, you know, the words and the ideas and the actions. So mindfulness is a great way to be in the moment and have that opportunity to see what you might create, because you are a creative human, an amazing individual. If you liked this, please click the button. And if you want to become a part of this absolutely loving, global, welcoming community, please do subscribe. I'm doing a push to get more subscribers because it does make a difference in how my business plays out. The more subscribers I have, the easier it is for me to facilitate adding additional things and creating income on top at a different level. This work I do here is from the love of my heart for each and every one of you, and will always be here for you. So do please subscribe and get your friends to subscribe. You don't have to do anything except click the button, and then you become a part of this community. And please do share this with anyone that you think would find value or who would enjoy any part of it. If you have any questions, do drop them in the comments. We will respond to all comments. Have a delightful week. Know that you are loved. Know that you are special. I am Jina Bieland. I am the creator, founder, and the chief energy officer right here at Strength, Stretch, and Shine, where all things are about flexibility, balance, and strength for your mind, your body, and your soul. Remember that you are special. And until next time when we get together, what do we say? Be flexible.